It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Politics have no relation to morals. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. A prince must imitate the fox and the lion, for the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. The ends justify the means. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. The injury that is to be done to a man ought to be of such a kind that one does not stand in fear of revenge. Entrepreneurs are simply those who understand that there is little difference between obstacle and opportunity and are able to turn both to their advantage. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. The more sand has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. A return to first principles in a republic is sometimes caused by the simple virtues of one man. His good example has such an influence that the good men strive to imitate him, and the wicked are ashamed to lead a life so contrary to his example. Before all else, be armed. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see, but only a few can test by feeling. War should be the only study of a prince. Men are so simple and yield so readily to the desires of the moment that he who will trick will always find another who will suffer to be tricked. I'm not interested in preserving the status quo. I want to overthrow it. It is necessary for a prince wishing to hold his own to know how to do wrong. It is far safer to be feared than loved. Fortune is a woman, and if you want to keep her under, you've got to slap and kick her. There is nothing more difficult to plan, more doubtful of success, nor more dangerous to manage than the creation of a new system. The one who adapts his policy to the times prospers, and likewise that the one whose policy clashes with the demands of the times does not.